Hello and welcome back to the channel. Yes, I'm finally back. Unfortunately, I had a bit of a mare with a few things. The model that was supposed to be coming out on Friday, I eventually got it done on about midnight on a Thursday night, so a bit late for editing, so I thought I'd do that on Friday. And fired up the PC, or tried to fire up the PC on the Friday morning, and it turned out that the motherboard had died. Now, fortunately, the company, it was still in warranty, so the company that I got it from, they raced me a new one, which I got on Monday, which was very good of them. And as you also notice, I am not where I usually am. That's because it's so blinking cold outside. I did try and do a little bit of footage out there, but it looked pretty stupid because every time I opened my mouth, a plume of steam came out. So it looked like I was chain smoking all the way through. But hopefully we'll be back to normal very soon. But today I have for you another model by Leyi, because I'm a little bit out of kilter with the models that I've done. And this is the Katyusha rocket system. So it will be the usual format. It will be 60-second speed build, some pics, and then we'll get into the review. So let's crack on and build. Welcome back. Right, the Katyusha by Leyi. Now, obviously I've done quite a few models by Leyi at the moment as they've flooded the market, and I've had mixed results with them. A few months back I did the Yag Panther, which was just a pile of bleh. And I have also done the Elephant and the KV2. Now the Elephant was not the greatest build in the world, but actually produced quite a decent model. KV2 was the build was actually absolutely fine, but the model was a bit meh. Well, this is confusing me now by Leyi, because it's almost like every model is designed by somebody completely different. Because this is fab. This is really good in every single department. But first of all, let's do the usual format. Now, it didn't start well, I have to say, because we ended up with the A3 sheet, which I have to say is probably better than the Elephant one and the KV2 one, but it's still, it's just a little bit cheap and nasty, but it does get the job done. So what can you say? It'd be lovely to have a Sembo style instruction manual with a whole load of extras with everything, but I suppose not everybody is going to do that, and it's going to push the price up. But this, right, everything fitted together really well. No issues there whatsoever. Nothing was warped and no discoloration. There was one piece missing, which I found out literally with about 2 or 3 bricks to go right at the very end. Now fortunately I did have a couple of spares that would make up for that, but it's something to bear in mind that I was missing 1 brick. Now I have to say that with the exception of these studs on the roof, which, because that moves, you can bring it down, this in a lot of ways does not look like a brick model. There are no bare studs apart from those little bits on the roof there whatsoever. And in contrast to the KB2, for instance, the stickers, which are not bad stickers at all, they certainly enhance. There's not a massive amount of them, which is always good, but they do add a little bit to it, which is quite nice. So fair play to them for that. But it is all a little bit strange with Leyi. It's too many stickers with one model, not enough with another, just right with it. It's all very strange. It's almost like they're making it up as they go along. I mean, this could, if I'd done this in a completely different order, I could be getting very, very irate with them. But this is the order that I happen to do them in, so it's working out quite well. The build on this it's not symmetrical, which was a little strange. It is a better frame that you build on, although to start with there are a few bits that are quite delicate. Overall, this is not too bad. Even the wing mirrors here are held on by a ball joint, as opposed to just popped on by a stud or something like that. And the axles underneath are held reasonably well. This one can be a little loose occasionally if you smack it a bit, but otherwise it's, yeah, certainly passes the fragile test. There's a couple of things that do move on it. The doors will open. Annoyingly, you've got a smooth surface there. There is no actual seat for the minifigure to sit in, and he's quite difficult to get in. And unfortunately, because there are no studs there to attach him to, he will rattle around in there. So it's not really ideal for that. You've got some jacks at the back that would obviously go down to the ground. Otherwise, when the rockets shoot off, this thing would shoot backwards. And as a nice touch, you have that, which is actually very, very simple, but very, very effective. Now this definitely falls into the pocket money range. This was $8.99 this cost me, which it's 420 something pieces, which is about right for the amount of pieces and the cost on that. But I do think you end up with a really quite a good model. If you didn't know, the Katyusha bit refers to just the rockets, really. There's many, many different platforms that that they will put on. This is supposed to be a Ziz type truck, or a Ziz truck. I'm not entirely sure what name or number of the Ziz that this is supposed to be, because they actually mounted the Katyusha rocket system to pretty much anything that they could do it to. So there was lots of Zizes. There was the Studebakers that the Americans gave to the Russians for Lend-Lease. They put it on top of tanks, they put it on boats, they put it on lorries. There was even, I believe, a portable man version, which I'm not sure I would have wanted to have done, because these things are about 1 metre long, and yeah, but they were cheap, they were incredibly inaccurate, but they were very effective when they were used en masse. And it's really quite an iconic weapon for the Russians in the Second World War. And I would say this model is a really good representation of it. It does roll quite nicely, as we see. Now, with the, although I did have one bit missing, I do have a few bits left over, about 10 there. You get one minifigure. Unfortunately, it's one of these two-faced ones, and the cap does not cover the second face, which I hate. But there we go. But fair play to them. $8.99. It's a really good model. It holds together well. It's not fragile. It's a very good representation of the example of what we all think a Katyusha is. It's very good indeed. So fair play to Leyi. But a little bit more consistency would be lovely. Thank you very much. I don't. It's great that you gave me a good model with this one. The others are all a bit all over the place. So hopefully they are learning to produce something decent. But this is certainly worth consideration if you are in the market for something like the Katyusha. That's today's model and review. So hopefully you've liked this video. If you have, please like and subscribe to the channel. We will be back in the shed very soon. And I'll see you again. You take care. Bye bye.